Today, let's start with CBN's plans for crypto websites in Nigeria. Bolu, what's the update? What's up?
All right, so I'm sure everyone already knows that there were plans. I'm sure everyone already knows that CBN had plans to block. Okay, let's not say CBN, but there were people from telcos that told us that they got instructions to block some crypto websites.
I love how you started.
Right.
That is the way we made things in Nigeria.
Yes. So they got those instructions to block crypto websites, and some of the reasons given were because these websites have a role to play in the devaluation of the naira that we've seen for some months now, and blocking these websites might help reduce that devaluation of the naira. So as of now, websites like Binance, right? If you go on Binance, whether you're using MTN or Airtel, I'm not sure about Glo, but for those two mobile networks, if you visit those websites, they will not be available. So same with Coinbase, and just recently, even local crypto exchanges like Quidax. Quidax is no longer working. Luno as well, no longer working. So that is what is going on with crypto websites now.
Okay, so if I know people that are affected, truly affected, knows what it means to be blocked from using an app from a country.
Okay, just to be clear, the apps are still working. It's just the websites that are not available.
The websites are not available.
Yes, but the
so
apps
it was just like what happened when Nigerians couldn't use Twitter. Like the telcos that are your network providers and any other platform or fiber that you use to browse, you can't access some particular URLs or websites through those. So that is what is going on with this crypto website. So the CBN governor made a comment on Tuesday.
Yeah. Yes.
And
okay.
When he made the comment, I was like, okay, is this our problem? So one, you're going to tell us the comment he made because a journalist that was at that meeting asked the question that what is the CBN's plan for this crypto website, and the governor made a comment about how much volume of money is being moved through these platforms, particularly Binance, and why they had to do what they have to do. So tell us what the comment is, and whether...
Okay. All right, so very interesting comment. The CBN governor, Yemi Cardozo, I'll not say his nickname, but... All right, so the comment, he said that $26 billion, right, was moved through Binance in 2023. Right, so that's a significant amount of money. Although Binance has not confirmed, there's really I don't know which other way to confirm, but people who have worked at crypto exchanges, for example, someone who used to work at FTX said that the volumes, right, that Nigerians do on crypto platforms are not as much as we think they are, right? I mean, compared to a country like South Africa, they are not that much, right? So the problem now is we don't know exactly how much those countries are doing, and compared to what the CBN governor has said. But if we are to go by what the CBN governor has said, that is a very huge amount of money, right? So
just P2P.
Yes, so it's
mostly P2P.
Yeah, it's probably going to be P2P, going to be regular trades that people do on the platform, right? So, but then if you look at it through the lens of the information we already have, so we already know that Nigerians do, we already know that about almost $68 billion came into Nigeria through crypto, right? Between June 2022 and June 2023. So within that year, almost $68 billion, right? So we might say, because Binance is one of the largest crypto platforms in the country, so if 26 billion was done, so it's possible that 26 billion was done on that one platform, right? So In saying that, I think because another thing he said was that this amount of money is being moved, but we don't know who is moving it. We don't. So basically, saying they don't have control over that money. So, for example, with IMTOs, you know, they're able to easily regulate IMTOs. They know how much they are bringing
That's
in.
international monetary
Yes, they
money transfer
yes,
operators.
international money transfer operators. So they can. There's a revenue they can earn on those remittances that are coming in. But with crypto, it's difficult, right?
That's the plan. That's the whole idea.
Yes, that's the whole idea, right? And then we now, after that, we now also heard people saying, oh, they want to know the users on this platform, Nigerian users on these platforms, what
Like
exactly they're
Bolu.
doing. Which now makes things very interesting, and at the same time now makes it scary again. So on one hand, it makes sense that so much money is probably leaving Nigeria or entering Nigeria, and our
Unaccounted
CBN,
for.
yes, and it's unaccounted for. Like it's really shouldn't be that way. But on the other hand, right, based on what has happened with these exchanges already, which is trying to block them, right, that does not really solve the problem, right? Because because what the thing with crypto is, even if you block these central exchanges, right, you are now going to make it very difficult because Binance asks KYC, right? Okay, if you want them to, so it's easy for you to like regulate them because they are a central exchange, right? Now we now have other platforms that are called decentralized exchanges. People will move to these places,
Or
right?
use
And
VPN.
then probably like when you still leave VPN, there are things that the government cannot touch,
Okay.
right? And these decentralized exchanges are one of them. If they even block those websites, you can use VPN for them, right? But then you can't hold anyone on the people that have created these platforms. Like you can't say, oh, this is the CEO.
You are responsible for it.
Who are the so people will move to these places. People will do peer-to-peer by themselves. I mean, there are Telegram platforms where people are, and I know people that are doing $2, $3 million, $10 million, in transactions daily, right? So I think the CBN might not be, going about looking for a way to regulate those platforms. I don't think they are going about it the correct way.
So something I'm curious about, right? The reason why Cardoso made that comment was how is suggesting that moving that kind of money behind CBN is one of the problems of
affecting the
naira or the economy. Chief was doing the look on your face is looking like you want to call somebody's bluff. But I'm just saying, like, is it possible like that will be one of the problems that Nigeria's economy is facing?
Sorry, Malik, do you want to answer that question? They can't hold. Yeah.
I wanted to just chime in briefly, right? I don't think that's the challenge, or that's not the big elephant in the room, right? I mean, I agree to a large extent with Bolu, right? I feel like CBN's primary challenge is monitoring, supervision, and the lack of visibility on that front, which is they don't know how much is being moved and by whom, right? And I mean, they feel that will be, to a large extent, causing some kind of speculation within the ecosystem. And that's like what is driving the price of the Naira. But the truth is right, above all of that's happening on either P2P crypto platforms, there's also the BDCs that are the ones determining the rates. And when I say BDCs, I don't mean the BDCs that even have the license, because that's another thing, right? I mean the BDCs.
The one that will block you on your way in Allen.
Exactly. Exactly. In Yaba or in Ikeja or wherever, or Usetu, or Zone 4 in Abuja. Those are the guys, right? Ultimately. And you'd find that the ones that are even legitimate amongst them are like behind the speculation to a large extent, right? So what they do is, I mean, then when CBN was still, and which is, I mean, we'll talk about that. It's one of my biggest worry with them going back to the status quo to say, okay, you know what, we want to start giving money to BDCs again. Because without fixing the underlying problem, I don't think they should do that. It would cause more harm than good, right? So people would basically get like 10, 15 BDC licenses, right? One person, and basically get $20,000 allocation weekly for each license, right? So one person can potentially get $200,000 per week, right? And then sell with the 100 naira margin, right, on top of it, right? And then because some of them do have this money, they can finish selling the 200 or not even sell the 200 and say, money has finished. Dollar is now scarce. Nobody has dollars. So they want to increase the price. And there's really nothing you do because you go to the banks, right, that you want to pay your child's school fees and the bank asks you to wait on queues for like 2-3 weeks. So definitely if you're very desperate to send money to your child, and I'm giving that as an example because that's another sector that, I mean, a lot of people are not looking at, like schools, people traveling, right? A lot of people are jackpotting out of Nigeria and looking for dollars every day for proof of funds and everything, right? So there's like all of those challenges everywhere. So I feel like CBN's problem when it comes to crypto is not necessarily the speculation, because speculation is actually happening from the market. That's why sometimes even on crypto platforms, people will typically wait for trade till like 9 a.m. in the morning or 10, which is when the black market or the parallel market would open, to get a sense of what the rate is at the black market and then use that to peg whatever they're selling on the exchanges, right? So I don't think it's so much of Binance speculation as it is of like street trading speculation or like black market speculations that has really driven everything.
Thank you for that, Malik. I would want us to like we'll come back to the BDC conversation, and it's like the CBN is just throwing some things at the wall, looking for what sticks, because we know the problem. The economy is a lot of trouble, and it's just like, let me do this, let me do that, let's try this, let's try that. Apart from what some of the things we will discuss later, which are like some proven let's say measures that have been taken by different countries during times like this, but coming after crypto websites and all.
To listen to the full episode of this podcast, visit podcast.techpoint.africa or search for Techpoint Africa Podcast on your favorite podcast platforms.